Welcome back. Now that you've finished your workbook pages, we are going to be reading The Big Trip, which is in your Journeys textbook. A few things that I want you to know about The Big Trip. Number one, it is a fantasy. The genre, remember, genre means what type of writing is it? The genre is fantasy. Fantasy is a type of fiction. So remember, fantasy is a type of fiction, but not all fiction is fantasy. So fiction means that it is made up, right? It is fake because it is made up. It's not a true story. But there are different types of fiction. So there's realistic fiction means it's made up, but it could really happen in real life, right? Everything in the story represents what real life looks like. Now, another type of fiction is fantasy. Fantasy means, nope, it could never happen in real life, right? Meaning there are things that happen in the story that could not possibly be true. Like, if you could sort of look at the cover of this book, don't you get a feeling that this is fantasy? Because I don't really think that pig would be wearing clothes. Definitely not overalls, not a shirt, and most likely not a hat. It also looks like he's in a hot air balloon. I don't think that would happen in real life, that there would be a pig flying in a hot air balloon, looking at a map and navigating his way. So we know right away this is fantasy. It's fiction, and then it is fantasy. So I want you to also look at the characters. In your mind, we're not going to be doing anything with this in writing, but I want you to think about comparing and contrasting the characters. So how are they alike and how are they different? Ways to travel. We'll be looking at different ways that people can travel. In this case, it's different ways that a pig can travel, but that's not true. It is representative of different ways that human beings can travel. Okay, I want you to look out for your high frequency words. You'll see that they're highlighted in yellow. And dialogue. What is dialogue? You all have read it before. I don't know that you know that that is what it is actually called, though. So let's look at it quickly before you get to your reading. I put an example here on the right. Do you see where I wrote, hi? Hi. Okay, a dialogue is, let's read here, dialogue. The words a character says are called dialogue. Quotation marks go around the word. So these are the quotation marks right here, if you can see where my arrow is. Those two little lines on either side of hi, that means that a person is saying something. Quotation marks go around the words. The word said can show who is talking. Writers use dialogue to show what characters say, think, and feel. You can tell by the dialogue that pig and goat take turns telling the story. As you read, think about who is talking and how the characters would say the words. So when you see those quotation marks, it means the character is saying those words. So the story you're about to read, The Big Trip, is told by two characters, the pig that you saw in the picture and a goat who is his friend, okay? So enjoy the story. When you are done with the story, you are going to fill this out, okay? Write 2 to 3 sentences. The directions say, which way do you think pig should travel? So in the story, you're going to see various ways that he can travel. Which way do you think he should travel? Use because or so to show your opinion and the reasons, how your opinion and reasons go together. Okay? So workbook pages, read this story, and then answer that in 2 to 3 sentences. All right? And I will see you tomorrow. Adios.